you know what I don't have? Oh, crap. Okay. Hello. We are live.
Hello.
I was going to say what I don't have is the referral link thing, but then as soon as I pressed live, it showed up.
It showed up. Yeah.
I will not be hitting it.
No.
So
Unless I do it.
never fear.
No,
Never
you're on
fear.
your computer, right? So you have a
I'm
mouse.
on my laptop. Yeah.
You have
So I
a
have plenty
cursor.
of room. Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I wish I had? Oh, I do have it. But then if I do that, then what happens if I do that?
Do what?
All right. If I go full screen, I can't see the chat at all. All right. Anyway, so I will not go full screen.
Hello.
Hello, Mika.
Yes.
All right. I gotta say, I'm really loving that color of red.
This one or this one?
This one on the screen,
Okay,
right
sorry.
there.
This is purple. Yeah. I like it.
It's
It's
like
very
a
good.
dark blood red.
Yes. There's like it's not totally bright. It's like not brick. It's more. Maybe it is brick. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not as brown maybe as bricky. It's somewhere
Yeah.
between like candy apple and brick.
Yes. And that it's a very good color. Yes.
Like it. I would like to have a 3-piece suit in that color.
Really?
I would wear that.
You do seem like a suit person, not in a bad way, but you seem like a person who wears you wear suits.
I don't. I used to wear a suit almost every day. But now I just don't have any use for a suit, but I think they look really sharp. I think a suit looks really sharp.
Yeah. I've never worn a suit. I don't think anyone in my family has ever worn a suit like in front of, like, I don't even know. Like we go to funerals. Do you wear a suit at a funeral? Men typically.
People
I
do.
guess they wear
But
some sort of suit. I don't know, maybe it's a different thing. So I've seen those at funerals, but like we're women to like 3. So like we don't wear suits. We're not fancy people, you know what I mean?
look, if you become a forensic anthropologist, you're gonna have to wear a suit when you testify in court. So
That's true.
prepare yourself.
You take that way too serious.
Future.
I am not going to become a forensic anthropologist.
How do you know? Maybe.
Because I quit the idea of being a lawyer. Okay, so like it's probably gonna be way more schooling.
It's not the
It's
same
gonna be way
thing.
harder. Forensic anthropology is gonna be way harder than being a lawyer. I feel like.
Yeah, but it's only hard if you're not really interested in it. If you're interested in it, like you are,
Really?
maybe I think so. Things that you're interested in might be hard, but they're not so hard that you're not going to do them because you want to do them.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking,
all the time. You do hard things all the time. So you don't think they're hard because you want to do them.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But when I'm doing things that I like them and they're hard, I do give up. So there's that. I'm like, oh, this is annoying, but I'm enjoying I'm enjoying knitting this sweater, but like I just don't want to do this right now, and I just put it in my closet for 4 months. So maybe I don't know. Maybe I just
someday you're going to need a paycheck.
Yeah. So, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of lawyer were you? If you don't want to say, that's totally fine. But
so I was a litigator, usually not usually, always on the defense side. So I started off, I worked for the city of New York.
Okay.
Representing, I know this is going to be unpopular, but it's also quite popular. The police department, fire department, Department of Corrections were my main cases at the law department. And then I went to a firm and did medical malpractice. So I represented doctors and hospitals.
Okay. So as you said, your defense as a litigator, so you were defending like the state or criminals or like people who alleged to doing something?
It was all civil. So it was just people suing each other. Nobody was going to jail.
Okay.
When I worked for the city, though, it was mostly people who had gone to jail that were suing, right? The police department or the fire department or the department.
So you were defending the people that were suing the police department.
No, I was defending the police department.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And the city of New York. Yeah.
Mm.
Pretty
And
important.
did you enjoy that job enough? Like, was that like, did you love that job?
I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I liked litigating. I liked being able to go into court. I liked working up cases. I
Mm.
liked, um, I didn't always like all of my clients, but
Yeah.
I liked the fact that with the city, the stuff that you were doing, like we were representing the city of New York. And so
Yeah.
it was like important policy stuff, procedural stuff. Like it was the kind of thing where you felt like what you were doing really matters
Yeah.
because it was the people of the city of New York that were relying on you to
Hmm.
represent them.
Yeah.
So I liked that
Hmm.
more than I liked the private practice stuff. That would just seem to be more about money.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
And the lawyer, I always dreamed of being a criminal defense lawyer.
That's where like in law school, that's what I went to law school to do. And I did a
Okay.
couple of, I had a couple of jobs and internships and externships in law school that were criminal defense.
Okay.
Um, and then my mom died. And so things like went south with,
Yeah.
what I needed. Like before my last year of law school, she died. So,
I'm
and the
sorry.
last year of law school is when you do all of your interviewing for jobs and things like that.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
it was a bit like, okay, I'm just taking the job that's offered to me and figuring it out because I don't have time to be doing all of this other. I don't have time to actually be thinking about where do I go for my career.
Yeah.
So it sort of derailed me a little bit, but I mean,
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah.
Who's to say that it derailed me the wrong way? I don't
No.
know.
Yeah.
Maybe time to say it? No, I'm not saying
No.
it.
No. Yeah.
But I was
Sorry about
never
that
going to
sidetrack.
be a forensic. So I've seen an autopsy and it's disgusting.
You've seen it done, or you've seen the aftermath of the body? You've
I've
seen it
seen it
done.
done. I've
Oh
seen it. We had
wow.
to watch one.
Oh wow. In
Yeah.
in in law school, you had to watch it.
No, my first year at the law department, we had to watch one in my division.
Oh. Okay. Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If you can avoid having an autopsy, that would be my recommendation.
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah. So on that pleasant note,
Let's get back in this
I'm
hard. Let's get back in this.
sorry.
That book is good, but it's definitely going to be definitely as pleasant as this conversation. Definitely not
Yeah.
upsetting
So
at all.
I don't know. Is Gabby still alive? Did she make it through the night?
I hope so, but I don't think so. I was telling my mom about it last night, and I'm like, and that's all we read. She was like you're not gonna nothing else for you to tell me. You can't tell me if this woman's alive or dead. I was like, no, I
Yeah.
can't.
Uh, it doesn't bode well. Doesn't bode well. The
No,
foreshadowing.
no, it doesn't.
Also, I feel like how many more people are going to die in this book before we start finding the killer? Maybe we don't find the killer. I don't know. Maybe like maybe the police are just off, Claudel is off doing his thing, and then all of a sudden the murderer is found. I don't know.
I think the killer's gonna be found in this book. I could be wrong, but I'm assuming this book is gonna be like monster of the week kind of thing, right?
Right. So it's its
Um,
own discrete, every single book in the series is its own discrete crime.
I guess I'm assuming for the most part. In the show, I forget. Maybe the show was sometimes no, I think there was lots of times where there was serial killers and killers that they were going on for about a season on.
I
Um,
don't know if these are all the same murderer. I'm not convinced yet that like we've got 4 women now or something, 3 women.
Four
I don't
women.
think they're all the same killer.
The 16-year-old, the one in the woods, then the the one that got ripped open, and then the one that was found in her
The one in
house.
the kitchen. Yeah, in her house.
Yeah.
With 4 bodies.
4 bodies.
I don't know if they're all related.
No. I think, I don't know. Because, like, the kitchen ones, like, what's up with that? Because it's completely different than all the other ones. There was no dismemberment. It
He
had
didn't
kind of,
dump the body,
no,
right?
he just left it in the kitchen. And it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It's like a similar thing to what had happened to the first body we found, but it's like, who isn't doing that? Like, if you're murdering a woman, who isn't sexually assaulting her in at least some way? That's not like, oh my God. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, yeah, expect it. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, and we don't know the second one, the 16-year-old. We don't know that she was. Oh, wait a second. So the woman that was ripped, I feel like I'm getting them all confused. But we only know for sure that 2 of them were sexually assaulted, right? Yeah.
Now there's the thing, the
We
woman
just
that
don't
was ripped open.
know.
Huh?
We just don't know about the other 2 because it wasn't mentioned.
Yeah. But the one that was, like I say, that was ripped open, it's like it was the third body that was found.
Yes.
Oh, that body, she's only been dead for 6 hours. And we didn't
Yes.
really get a lot about what happened to her. If I'm totally zoned that part out, maybe. But I thought we didn't get a
No,
lot.
I agree. And it didn't seem like Tempe thought that one was connected to the other one. I don't know. I feel like she thought the first body in the woods was connected to the body from a prior case.
Yeah.
But I don't know about these last 2 that she's thinking.
Yeah.
Well, no, the very last one she is thinking because she mentioned it to Claudelle's partner.
Yes. Now, the third body. I feel like the third body, we got just as much description, maybe even less, as the guy who was in the thing got his head smashed. So it's like, maybe we're just going to get lots of details about all the bodies she comes across, and that's going to be really confusing, and only some of them are part of the whole serial killer thing.
Yeah. I feel like I have to stop thinking serial killer.
Okay.
And just see what happens next.
Okay, that's fair. I don't know if I'm able to stop thinking that, but
make it sound like it's deja vu all over again. Like the exact same stuff keeps happening over and over again, except the exact same stuff doesn't keep happening over and over again.
It's very different because the 16-year-old girl was dismembered, but it's like we didn't even get any details about that. I feel like maybe we did. We did see a part of the autopsy and stuff like that, but it wasn't as like it wasn't as like descriptive as the first original murder.
It seemed more like, okay, another girl came in and it's horrific, but this is just part of the everyday work that she has to do.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. Should we read?
I think we should read, yeah. We'll open Audible. Let me turn off my Bluetooth too, so I can connect my headphones easier. I'm afraid my phone's gonna fall forward, but I think it'll be fine. But it's like I'm bouncing out on a blanket. I don't want to put you too much up, and you'll see all of my door. But I don't want to put you too much down, it'll fall. So also, I was thinking about this last night. This book is old. It's not old, but it's set in the 90s, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I think
I never think about like time period or setting unless it's like from the 1800s or something like that.
Okay.
But this is the 10th anniversary of this book. My editions, the book itself has been out for a long time.
So I feel like in the book she said the year. She said it was 1993 or something like that. Okay. Maybe not totally sure about that. She said it's the 90s multiple times. She said that there was a body. She said that she was born in the 70s. Like, she said all that. Like, she's been saying this kind of stuff. So I'm like, okay, maybe she's younger here, and then as the book goes on, she gets older. As the series goes on.
Oh, wait. Here, I just went back to chapter 1. It was late afternoon, Thursday, June 2nd, 1994. You're right.
1994. Okay, I was 1 year off. Yeah. June
Yeah,
2nd is the day
was
before.
94.
94. Oh my gosh, that is 364 days before my brother was born. Weird. That's like that's not a coincidence. That's just a number. Okay, calm down, Tina. So, but
All right, so 1994. So we've got no internet.
no. And what I thought was very strange, and this maybe isn't strange, I don't know. But when she took the last body, she was like, and her sanitary pad, like she took her sanitary pad and she laid it in one area. And I'm like, I didn't know the 90s, those things were still around in the 90s.
I remember thinking the same thing. I remember thinking, because when I was a young woman blossoming into my puberty, um, is this too much information? We did
No.
it was the belt and the sanitary pad.
Really? Oh.
And I was like, wow, this girl's gone old school.
Yeah, in the 90s.
Even in 1994, that would be old school, but not that old school.
Okay, so there was.
It would not have been common, I don't think, for a younger woman to do that. Older women were probably still doing that, but for a younger woman, that wouldn't be common. I do remember reading that going, huh, that's an interesting choice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, it's the 90s. I don't know when pads and tampons were invented in mainstream. I mean, that's obviously all I've known, right? Like,
I mean, I was in high school when, like, my mom didn't want us to use tampons, but because of toxic shock syndrome and all of that. Like, I don't think people knew enough about the tampons yet. But high school, like the end of high school, definitely in college, people, I think, were commonly using tampons.
Okay. Interesting.
At least my generation of people.
Yeah.
My mom would not have been, and like my friends' moms would not have been. They probably would have still been doing. I mean, I don't know. Look, I don't know what anybody's doing with their feminine hygiene, but in my house,
yeah.
In my house, we had a little bit of everything going on under the bathroom sink. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, same. Like I didn't even know those things existed until I saw a TikTok about them. I was like, oh, that's that. I just assumed that pads and tampons have existed for thousands of years. Like that was just what I assumed because it just so simple. It makes sense. I don't know.
Look, I remember when the stick-in sanitary pads came to be. I remember with memories of this going, oh my gosh, how cool. And then I also have memories of when the ones with the wings came to be. Because I was like, this is genius.
I mean, that's wild. Because
I am that
when
old.
I think
I am
like
that old. Oh, Mika, you read this book in 96 or 97.
Okay, so it was a new release. You had like three or four books to read.
And that was the year it was released. It was a bestseller, bookseller. I was a bookseller. Wait a minute.
A bookseller? Cool,
Mika, I didn't know you were a bookseller. We've known each other for years now, and how do I not know this about you?
Yes.
Huh.
So that would have been 990. I don't know what I'm trying to calculate when I'm trying to think of that.
So she must have written this book in like present day times for her, right? Because you write a book and it usually takes like a year or so to get published. How interesting. So we're on top of all of the cutting edge technology for 1994 with this book.
Yes. Now we're like brick cell phones a thing? No, right? Like those. I mean, there was like no wire. Was there wire still in 90? Like it was like connected.
So in 94, I didn't have a cell phone. I didn't know anybody with a cell phone. I don't think we even had a computer. I was out of college in 94.
Yeah.
we didn't have a computer in our apartment, me and my roommate. We didn't have a cell phone. We still had like the regular dial phone and an answering machine.
Okay. And then that phone have a
I remember
cord?
coming home all the time and being like, did anybody call? Listen
Okay.
to the message on the answering machine.
Yeah. Now, did the phone have a cord or was it wireless from
Oh, no,
like
it had a cord.
from the dock?
No, it
Okay.
had a yeah.
Yeah.
We were
'Cause
not fancy with the cordless phone.
no, yeah. And
We had a cord.
growing up, we were like living retro, okay? We had a family computer that was
Because
in the
your parents
living
are
room.
like my age, my generation.
Yes. They're like, and I wasn't allowed to get a cell phone until I was much older than all the other kids. Okay. Still very young, but not, but we had a
I
family
didn't have a flip
computer.
phone until a flip phone until 2000.
Okay. Yeah. So just a
We
couple years.
smartphone, and I don't know when I got a smartphone. Much later.
Mm,
I had
yeah.
a BlackBerry. All of my friends were like, "You have to
Mm,
get something that
mhm.
connects to the internet." And I was like, "Do I?" And they were
Yes.
like, so I got a BlackBerry
Mhm.
because that's what they used in the government, I guess, BlackBerries, because they were more secure. So I was like, I'm
Yeah.
fine.
My sister had a BlackBerry, and then when she was done using it, I took it and I just listened to music on it with
Oh,
no phone service and just like played
all I
different
ever used
stuff.
my BlackBerry was old school. Like, I think it was just basically you could type.
Yeah, it
I don't
was
think I don't know how I could hear. I don't think you could do music. I didn't have anything else on it. Like,
it
you
was like
couldn't
a
do anything
little
but
screen.
send messages and email. No, mine was like first generation BlackBerry, old
Oh,
school.
this is obviously in, I don't know, 2010 probably.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, oh, wait a second. My BlackBerry might have been in like 2011 or 2012.
Okay, so that was probably the same time, and I think it had a tiny little screen, and then it like flipped
Mine
like
didn't have a
halfway up, and like it extended like this, just like wait, like that, like it was just like a little bit, and then
Oh, no, mine didn't come
toward
out. Mine was just the plain where it had like the screen that was like up here, I guess, where you could
yeah,
see what you typed.
okay,
And then this was the keyboard.
okay, maybe that's also what I had. Maybe we had the same exact phone edition, if that was that, because maybe it did flip out, because maybe she got a second one, and then after she was done with that,
Maybe.
I got that one, because that's how it works having an older sister. So I remember doing that, and then it was just like my parents didn't want me to like, first device ever, shove an iPhone in my face. Like that's not what they wanted, kind
Right,
of.
right,
So
right.
they kind of eased me into it to get like I got like an Android phone, an Android tablet, stuff like that. And then it was time, I got an iPhone eventually, but but we were like old school. We had a family computer that was a desktop, and
Okay.
that was in the living room. And then we had house phones growing up all the time. We had a wired house phone. That was like there was a
Yes.
cord
Yeah.
connected to the phone. Yeah. And I would, and here's the thing, I was being old. I was still being old back then. I would call my friend on the phone and we'd talk, and we'd be on Facebook together. I'd be on Facebook looking around and she'd be on Facebook looking around, and we'd be talking. And that felt like, even looking back, I'm like, that is such an, like, because Facebook's like an old person media now, right? So it's like,
I don't know if it's an old person. I haven't been on Facebook forever, but before I left Facebook, it seemed like, I mean, it's definitely not what it was when it started
no,
at all. When it started, it was great.
it was for college, right? Colleges had it.
But yes. So I shouldn't say when it started, it was great. I don't know anything about it when it started. When it became like when the rest of us got to use it, it
Mhm.
was great. It really was like a way to connect with your friends and people that you hadn't seen in a long
Yeah.
time. It was really, really great.
Mhm.
My sense is that when I stopped going on Facebook, like I don't know, a
Mhm.
year or two ago, it seemed
Okay.
like it was more about groups. Like if you had a group
Yes.
that
Yeah.
people were members of, that seems like what people used it for. And
Yeah.
that's like the only time I even go in now
Yes.
is if I want to see what's happening. So there's groups in Portugal.
Yes.
And
Oh,
if I'm
okay.
okay, is there like an event coming up or something? I'll go
Mhm.
into like that group and see
Yeah.
what's going on. But I
I feel
don't
like
know that
I
people
don't know.
use it for friends anymore.
My
Maybe.
my mom does, like, it's like my mom has her sister and her family on there, and then like her in-laws and stuff like that, and then she just like scrolls through the videos of cats on there, and she looks at like our county's like alerts with weather, and like, oh, we're having, like you said, like we're having an event or something like that, or hey, someone passed away or something like that. Like she uses it to communicate with people, our neighbors and stuff like that. um and I use it for Facebook Marketplace just to look on there,
Oh,
and groups. I'm in a Nora Roberts group, and I'll go
of
on there.
course.
So yeah, like, and yeah, so it's I think it's big more like, it's not our generation, my generation is not
Yes.
on there, like that's not their main. It's TikTok. Like we're
Still,
on still
still.
we're on TikTok. I don't have TikTok because it's like a disaster. It's just like a lot. But I most of my generation is on TikTok. That's our main platform. A little bit Instagram, but Instagram is a little bit for people that are a little older, I guess, like millennials. They all be
I
on
feel
there.
like Instagram is for people like in their 30s.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's so influencer based,
Yes.
Instagram. Everybody's trying to sell you something
Oh,
or
100%.
like make you think that their life is fantastic. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, "Ugh, this is not interesting to me at all."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All
But
right. Yeah, I did the official apprenticeship, which is pretty
mm,
extensive in Germany, but in the end, I only worked as a bookseller for 5 years. Oh, then the MS struck and I had to stop.
oh,
Oh man,
yeah.
because it's standing all day and lifting very heavy boxes of books.
Yeah.
Books are heavy.
Yes. When we moved, I watched a video about like how to pack. It's like, don't fill the box all the way
No,
up, please.
don't get your giant box full of
Yeah, and
books.
just
If you're packing
stack
books,
her
it
up.
should be the smallest box possible,
Yeah.
or you won't be able to lift it.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'd already deleted, but most diamond painting events happen on Facebook. Oh, so I made a new account just for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of makes me sad because I enjoyed Facebook for about the first 5 years.
Hmm.
Um, and I almost wish that instead of Facebook selling ads, it would have become a subscription service
Hmm.
where, like we all pay $5 a month to be able to use it. And then we don't have any ads and we don't have people trying to sell us stuff. And we don't have although I guess they want to sell our data and
Yeah.
make money off of us. So
Yeah.
if yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Face-
I enjoyed it the first few
Yeah.
years.
Hmm. Facebook, I guess, for my parents was like safe because they were on it. My mom was on it all the time. So like,
Mm.
this is the first social media. It took I was probably 12 when I got Instagram, which sounds young, but it was like, no, you're not allowed to be on Instagram. What are you going to post? Like, I don't want predators looking at you. Like, that's like, you're going to
Right.
put yourself out there for that. And it took me forever to get an Instagram. So, Facebook, I enjoyed Facebook when, I don't know, when I was following my mom and my aunt and my neighbors on there. I don't know.
Yeah. When you were able to actually see what your friends were doing.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right. Let's read. What are we going to read? We're reading 8 and 9. Is that what we're doing? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, my tablet is about to die. And okay, we're just going to be going back and forth between my computer and my tablet with
Go
this
for it.
electricity.
Yeah. 8 and 9 works. It'll be a little bit shorter, but it'll go. It'll be good.
Okay, let me do we are reading chapter
Sorry.
8
I will
and
distract anybody for anything ever. I'll just keep distracting you guys with new
you
topics. So,
finish 9. Save. All right, here. Where's my banner? Okay, show.
okay.
Deja Dead 8 and 9. Say done when you finish chapter 9. Okay. All
Yes. Okay.
right. See you in a bit.
Happy reading. I am done.
I am done. Mika is done.
Sorry.
All right. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
No, you're fine. I almost feel bad doing that.
Okay. So, what do you think?
At least she wasn't murdered, right? Like,
Well, yeah.
I thought we'd find the friend's body. Every single time she was reading the news, listening to the radio, I was just like ready for her to be like this person.
Well, she didn't answer the phone, so we don't know that she hasn't been murdered.
I guess that's true. Yeah, she could have been murdered already, but I don't know. And then I don't know. And what Mika was saying, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how long it takes the police to normally catch murderers.
I mean, if he is the murderer, and he is very suspicious and stupid, because why would you take the bank card and use it?
Yeah. So he took the woman's bank card. And this,
Yeah.
what woman are we working on here? Like the woman he
I think it's the last one.
the kitchen
The one.
lady. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So I feel like he might be a murderer,
Okay.
but I feel like there might be 5 murderers. Like,
Yeah.
I'm still not completely convinced that all 4 of these murders are connected.
So in this chapter, she only said 3. She said she thinks
Right,
the
because
16-year-old, the first body, and then the last body are serial killers. And I think Ryan is our Booth. I think Ryan is this book's Booth. Booth is the romantic interest in the show.
Okay, I feel like this is not a book that there should be any romance in.
No, but if there's like a very long, slow burn romance that starts with a police officer, Ryan should be the guy. No?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay. Well, to me, he's similar to Booth because he has a past that is like kind of like not a little bit of a sketchy past, or a sad past at least. He is a Catholic and he's Irish, which I believe is what Booth is. Booth is a Catholic and Bones is an atheist, and so they have their issues in the show from that. But I like they're very strong in those beliefs, and that's kind of one of the main reasons they don't get together, is because she doesn't believe in marriage, having kids, and isn't religious. And so that's like kind of like why they don't start the relationship until season 7. So
Well, I hope there's no romance. There's too much sexual violence in this book for there to be romance for me.
Okay. Well, I hope something. I hope maybe he asks her on a date at the end of the book. Just something just a little bit, you know?
Ay. No, I feel like we just got to solve these crimes and get out. Yeah, that's also. Oh, wait, I didn't read Mika's. Okay. I read it, but I didn't read it. I feel like they got the wrong guy. Too soon for the police to actually catch the murderer. I agree. We're only like 25% into the book, not even.
For this book.
What are we going to do for the rest of the book? Yes. We've already got the killer. We're going to have a romance?
Now, I guess, I don't think, no. The romance isn't going to take up most of the story. It's just going to be a start of a slight friendship. It's going to be a vibe. It's going to be a light friendship. There's going to be some stuff going on. That's what I'm assuming. And then they're going to get together on book 25 probably. So, I mean, it's not like it's going to be like this huge whirlwind romance that takes up most of this book. No.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
It'll be, I think it'll be a romance when it happens that Mika will like. I think it'll be like, oh, lightly, and they develop a friendship and a love for each other before they actually get together. So
we'll see. Yes, that's also why I think it wasn't him. That would have been stupid. Right, using the bank card. Maybe the real killer framed him somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because serial killers aren't usually stupid, because then they would get caught right away. They're usually smart serial killers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what happened? Like maybe the serial killer just like left the card somewhere and like
Or took her purse
and then
and put it in a garbage can or something, and some dude walking by saw, was like,
yeah.
"Hey, look, let me see if I can get money out with this card." I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is.
Interesting. I don't know.
So the one old guy was like, "I don't know anything," but then the other old guy was saying, "Yeah, dude over there."
Yeah.
Weird, right?
I guess because they are probably both standing out there all the time.
And why would all three police officers walk by those guys?
Yeah, exactly. Like they're just idiots or something. Like they don't like they're not even realizing like those are the people you actually want to ask.
Like they're not really that interested in catching this guy.
No, and here's the thing: if maybe that's why it's Claudel. Maybe Claudel was like, "We're walking by this person because they're gonna, I don't know, give information." That I don't know. Me try to blame Claudel for this, but
I know you still think it's Claudel as the killer.
yeah, but maybe because they're also like they're not going to give information to cops. Maybe like a store owner will be more receptive to that. But you would think with Ryan's history, he would think, "Oh, I should ask those people."
Yeah, you got to at least ask, I think.
Yeah,
Like, what kind of police work are you doing if you interview store store clerk for 5 minutes and he's like, "I don't know anything. You got a shitty picture."
yeah.
Also, why do you have a shitty picture?
Because it was from a security camera. Like it's not going to be.
Still, it almost seems like they picked the worst possible picture where the guy's not even looking at the camera, where he's not like, it's not, is that really the best? If that's the best picture, that security camera needs some adjusting.
Maybe it is Claudel, and Claudel picked the worst picture of himself doing that, or something of the sort, and then he went before and dollar bill bribed that guy, and then was given a look
That
to
guy
those
was
guys.
not helpful at all.
I'm just getting ready for Claudel to be a murderer. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens, but I think he can easily be the murderer. Now, Mika, what do you think about Ryan as a romantic interest? As the Booth, if you've watched the show,
She's only read this book, so she knows if there's romance or not, if she remembers it.
Mika, is there romance in this book? Let us know. I don't know.
Why is there always, well, I don't know if there always is because we haven't read this book, but like in the Hardy Boys, there was no romance, right? In novels, crime novels with men as the main character.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on the author and the time period, right? Agatha Christie wrote a series of books following a young married couple, and then as the series went on, they became an old married couple. It's also just because, I mean, romance is a part of life. Like for most people, I'm not going to generalize, right? For most people, romance is a part of life, and it makes things more interesting.
Why do we expect that if there's a woman as a main character, the book has to have romance in it? Whereas if the man is the main character, we don't assume that.
It depends on the author, I guess. And here's the thing. I've only ever read a couple books where the man was the main character. Nora Roberts. She started like Legacy, right? Legacy is not romance heavy, right?
That's the one with the yoga instructor?
Yeah, that we read for the book club.
Yeah, there's romance in that.
But it's not romance heavy. It's not a romance novel. It's a mystery.
I mean, her and the whatever he was, the mayor, not the mayor, the sheriff or whatever, the police chief of the town, they start getting it on like right away almost.
Okay, but there is no the book is not a romance book. The book is not a book only about romance.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is not a book only about romance.
No.
Like,
if there's a little romance roll, then I think we'll start.
The main character in Legacy was a woman, and there was romance in the book.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm applying this thing else. Legacy, okay?
Okay.
There was mystery. It wasn't only romance. Correct?
Correct.
I'm leading the witness here.
Well,
Okay.
why? Yeah. No, you're right. It wasn't just romance. It was a mystery. But why does a crime novel, a mystery novel, I'm just trying to think of
This is
the
fun.
crime novels that I've read where it's like a detective. The main character is a male detective. I don't think I have ever, there's never a love interest in any of those books that I've read. There's never
This
any hint of romance. It's like we're just solving a crime.
this book has, and no, he's not a detective. He's a lawyer. He's a like domestic violence prosecutor. Okay.
Okay.
He's a main character. He's a man and a main character.
And he
And
falls in love with a woman.
yes, and a third of the way into the book,
Right. And Nora Roberts is the exception to the rule. I will give it to
she's
you.
amazing. A third of the way into the book, he meets his love interest. The first third, he's escaping childhood abuse. And then after that, he becomes an amazing lawyer. And then he meets a woman. And they
Oh, wait. So it's a romance book. It's not a mystery or a
it is a
crime novel.
mystery.
Oh,
It is a
okay.
mystery. There's
what's
people
the-
attacking them. There's people trying to
Oh.
kill them. There is his father gets out of prison and starts killing people, trying to kill them, and they have to hunt him down.
Okay.
There's a lot going on here. He's a man, and he happens to fall in love with a beautiful, like landscape developer who is a
Okay.
woman. Okay. She
Okay.
has another one with a main character that's a man, and he's a
Okay,
thief.
I'm not saying every book with a main character is a man. I'm saying like crime novels, detective novels, mystery things like that, where like the main
I don't know.
character, the main detective, the main whatever is a man. Anyway, I'm just saying I'm not expecting there to be romance in this book. I fully expect that the TV show, which doesn't seem to be anything like the book right now,
No.
that all of that was added into the TV show to make it more palatable to the viewers
I know that there is a romance in the series.
in the book series.
Yes. It's not his name is not Booth, but he's a police officer. That's what made me read these books.
Have you
because
read these before?
No, I've heard them. I heard it on TikTok. Someone was like, "It's not Booth. It's not. He's not going to be just like Booth, but he's somebody."
I was like, wait a minute, am I the only one that hasn't read these books?
Sorry, I'm being so like I don't know.
Like, this is unfair. You guys all know what's going on. I don't know anything.
I think a
Okay,
little.
Mika doesn't remember.
Well, that's good to know. Well, at least we won't be spoiled that much about it. But I think it's totally like it doesn't ruin the story for me to have a little bit of romance sprinkled in. This woman is living her life. It's nothing specific. She's just being who she is. She's just doing her job, and she might find an attractive man in this town and go on a couple dates with him. And there's nothing wrong with living your life and going on a couple dates. There's nothing wrong with that. So why can't this main character also go on a couple dates if she chooses? If she doesn't want to,
predator on the loose, and she needs to catch him.
well, she's not doing it all day long. She's also not a police officer. She's a forensic.
She's not really supposed to be investigating.
She's doing autopsies and she's going home at night, and she deserves to live her life. Just because all these women have been slaughtered brutally doesn't mean she can't be happy, right? She can't have romantic interest.
She should be happy.
Just make sure that, do a little bit of ask your police people to do a little background check on him. Make sure he is not the murderer, and then you're good to go. I mean, right? Just let your friends
that
know.
Would be a twist if she turns out to fall in love with the serial killer.
That would actually be good. I would. that would be a fun plot line.
I usually zone in on the friendships or the mentors, but I don't remember. All right, so
Okay.
we don't know. We don't remember.
Okay. I guess we'll figure it out as this book goes on.
Yeah.
Sorry for being so persistent about that. I'm sorry about that.
No, look, hey, you like the romance. You like a little love. A little love.
I do. I like a little bit of love. I like books with a good bit of mystery and a little bit of romance.
Little bit of mystery, little bit of romance.
Yes.
All right. Well, we still haven't. Oh, so they're just leaving the scene right now.
They're just leaving the scene, yes.
All
And they're
right,
going
so
they're going to that guy's house, presumably.
presumably.
Yes.
Okay, so are we reading 2 more chapters, or what do you think?
I can always stay as long, typically. So I can do whatever. Let me look. Let me look at the chapter part.
Okay. Because I kind of feel like unless they're super long, let's do 3.
Okay.
Unless they're super long.
Listen now. Okay, chapter 10 is 18 minutes.
Okay.
Chapter 12 is 30 minutes.
Oh.
I'm sorry, not chapter 12. Chapter 11 is 30 minutes. And then chapter 12 is 18 minutes.
So that's kind of long. That's like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's like an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah. That's on 1 time speed, but I feel like it's been taking me forever to get through this book, even though I'm not pausing it at all. And I'm on 2 times speed listening, so it's like.
I think we should just do 2 because that's 48 minutes on 1 time speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
So chapter 10 and 11. Oops, that's not a 0. 10 and 11. And 11. Okay. All right, cool. Mika has time today.
Do you want to do? I mean, here's the thing. If we do those 3 chapters,
Hang on, let me see if I have time today. I don't have time today.
okay.
I have a thing at 7.
Okay, what time is it now for you?
It's 6:11, so I have 45 minutes, which is probably just enough time for us to read this.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so let's just do these 2.
Yep.
And then we'll figure out. We'll do more on Tuesday, maybe. I'll look at my calendar on Tuesday and see if we can. All right. Okay, I'll see you in a bit.
Happy reading.
Okay, I guess we're done. These were some good
Yeah.
chapters.
Yes, it was. Oh my gosh, she is uh, 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 she was on the list kind of in a little bit of a way. Like,
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Gabby she was going to see on the list.
yes,
I didn't
yes.
think it was going to be her.
No, I did not either.
And I didn't think he was going to be the guy, but I think
Yes.
he is the guy.
And the fact that they couldn't catch him makes it like, so they're not arresting him just yet. He's gone in the wind. They don't even really know what he looks like.
Right, right. Yeah. I can't believe he got past them.
I mean,
I also can't believe they didn't secure the room before they started just wandering around.
exactly. That was
I
like
feel like
insane.
it's a lot of shoddy work.
They just walk in and they're like, oh, like, what's going on here? Also, the fact that, like, imagine, I mean, he is the serial killer, clearly. And it is a serial killer. We have that
It,
confirmed.
it appears to be, yeah.
But I cannot believe the landlord just let them in. Like, imagine your landlord just lets the police into your apartment to search it. It's like, why would you gave them my key? Did you even verify that they're actually, did you even like call 911 and be like, hey, are these badges correct? Like to make sure, like, if they're actually police, like, you let someone into my apartment, I give you money every month, and you, like, they don't even warrant.
Except this isn't exactly like an upstanding establishment. And I feel like people who run these kinds of places don't want trouble
I
in their building,
I guess that's true, yeah.
right? They don't want criminal activity taking place there. So I'm not sure that they're as concerned about the rights of their tenants than like your landlord would be.
I guess, yeah. I guess that's true. But yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
But I don't
but
know. I guess that
wow.
makes sense, but I don't know. That's just like, you would let a police officer in your apartment. That's in someone's apartment. That's crazy. But I don't know. I mean, I really, like you said, wasn't expecting it to be the killer. And then
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad it was, though, because it makes it a little bit like, we're confirmed these are serial killers. So it was the 3. It wasn't 4 dead bodies. It was 3. But they have an X at a different location where they didn't find a body. So they're probably going to go there.
And there'll be a body.
Yeah. So maybe when she
Then
fell
is it
asleep.
her body? Like, is he planning on like leaving Tempe's body there? Because she also had like the big X on her.
But that was like a circle. It wasn't like an X, right?
I thought it was like a circle with an X. I don't know. I was like, ooh, he's definitely like marked her.
But there was a break-in where someone pretended to kill that person and like left a figure with their clothing on and like stabbed it, right?
Huh?
One of the killers, one of the things he had on his wall that he clipped out was a break-in where someone broke into someone's house, made a human statue out of like pillows or something, put clothing on the statue, and then stabbed it. Or maybe she was just referencing that. So I'm thinking maybe at that location they'll find Tempe's clothing on a pillow and it been stabbed
Maybe.
or dismembered.
How did he get her clothing though?
Exactly.
I don't know. All right, Mika, what are you thinking here? It's such a popular trope. Main character who's not a detective gets too close, ends up on the hit list.
Now, why?
Seems early for her to be on the hit list, though.
Because she barely asked any questions. So has she done this before? Or is the person in the police department and is seeing that? Is it Ryan?
The killer is Ryan?
Maybe.
But then who's the guy that's like running through the streets that they're trying to catch?
I don't know. I didn't see him. Maybe it was. I don't know. But
is Ryan with them? Isn't Ryan one of the cops that's with them?
I don't know. I'm throwing things at walls here. Okay, no.
You're still like looking for the romance.
Now, what is the guy? Do you think Claudel's a love interest?
No. I
All right.
I don't think there is a love interest. I
Okay.
don't think there is a love interest in this book. But I do think Marvell is still being very, very weird about all of this.
Yes, but yeah, I don't know.
He's being very skeptical, which I guess is okay, but
Yeah.
almost to the point where it's like he doesn't even want to try to catch the killer.
Mhm.
He doesn't want to follow up on any of the leads. And he was very, very angry that like the backup recovery people
Weren't there like immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, huh, I wonder why he's so agitated. Like, where does he need to be that he can't be there? Like, where,
I didn't think about that, but yeah.
I guess he's the right guy after all.
Seems like it. Or maybe he was just some random guy hiding in the apartment. That might not make a lot of sense, but theoretically, like it might.
Right. It's not really his apartment. He's
Yeah.
a drug dealer or something.
Yeah.
And like all the clippings aren't him. That could be.
Or this is going to be a absolute crazy theory, but we're famous for those. So somebody is renting the apartment to do crime to like plan this murder, okay?
Right.
And then they're paying like, I don't know, like $10 a month or whatever for some like homeless drug dealer to like live in the apartment and like use like, I'll give you credit cards, just use them. Like they're paying someone to like.
Or that guy literally had just broken into the apartment.
Yeah.
Was wandering around himself. And then, oh, holy shit, the cops are here. I got to hide. And then he was like, I got to get out of here while I can. I can't have the cops after me.
Yeah. So maybe
the guy is just completely innocent and just was in the wrong place. Like it's not his apartment.
Yeah. So maybe the guy they were chasing after, isn't the killer, but the apartment is where the killer lives.
Yeah. Lives or is using. So that at least now we know there's 7 murders or there's 7 women who are on the list.
3 of them aren't dead. Tempe wasn't written on the list though.
I don't think she was written on the list, or else she would have been. They would have known her name, right? She would have gone, "Oh my God, I'm on the list."
Yeah.
All right. Maybe. Oh, I didn't read this last one. Yeah, the landlord lady doesn't seem like the kind of person who would think of verifying. Yeah, she seems like the kind of person who would be like, "Okay, the cops are here. Leave me out of it. Here's the keys."
Yeah.
Maybe he's just psyched to catch the killer, and that's why he's so pressed for time.
Maybe.
Because
he does seem like the kind of person who would have like there are deadlines and like they want us to arrest as many people or whatever. We can't really be wasting our time looking for, this just running a wild goose chase while we have other things to do or whatever.
Right. And now that he's got names and addresses and phone numbers of all of these women. So here's what's going to make me mad. If they don't go to every single one of these women on the list and give them like protective details or something, I'm going to be like, you're just waiting for him to kill people? Like you're not even trying to stop crime that is going to happen?
Yeah. You're using them as bait. Like that's just like, I was worried that was going to happen, but something similar where we're trying to find him before the next murder, and then we get really close, and then he murders someone, like in Criminal Minds, right? Like
right. Except arguably the entire Montreal police force could be on this case right now, like sending police officers to all 7 locations or all 4 locations.
4, yeah. They should absolutely be doing that.
Yeah, they have to
make sure
right?
it's getting done. Yes.
They're not. I'm going to be so disappointed because I bet they're not. And I'm going to be like, what's going on with the police here?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe they are. I guess we'll have to wait a week to find out.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
These were good chapters though.
This were. And I think this is a pretty good place to end because it'll be really interesting, hopefully, when we start up on Tuesday.
Right. Let me see what's happening, what I have on my calendar for next Tuesday yet. If I can do. Mika, can you do longer on Tuesday? Oh.
I don't think I have anything on Tuesday. My parents might go to the doctor Tuesday.
I can't do longer on Tuesday, but I could do longer on Wednesday.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Mika, can you do longer on Wednesday? Tina, can you do longer on Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday, I'm good. There's anything going on? No.
Okay. Mika says most likely. Okay. So maybe we'll just do Tuesday, our regular.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday, if we want to go longer, we can.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Oh my gosh. All right. It's getting good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been good. I've been liking this book all along. So
Okay.
yeah, my thing says we are 28% done.
Okay. My thing says 23, but I think I'm behind. Like, it's not updated from what we read. So
Oh, okay.
28% is a good chunk. I mean, for 3 sprints to get a third of the way. So we're doing 10% each sprint. So we'll need 10 sprints, which pretty reasonable.
5 weeks.
Yeah.
And if we go a little bit longer, we won't finish by the end of the month probably, but maybe you never know. Like you never know.
Mm. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if we do. I
No.
don't care.
And last month we did that. We finished it on the 1st of the next month. So we're getting we're easing into taking more than 1 month to
Yeah, we're taking our time. Because we're reading books that are a little bit longer too, I think. No?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I thought the last book was like 500 pages, but I could be wrong about that.
Maybe, because I just remember it had so many chapters in it.
Yeah.
I was like, we're never gonna. It had like so many chapters. I was like,
something like that, right? Yeah.
finish the book.
We need to read.
Going. She kept it going. Like we've read some really good books this whole year. I think we've read.
Yeah, we read 2 so far, and you didn't. Apparently, you didn't like the last one. I think about that.
I know I didn't like it because I decided that I don't like just gratuitous killing. Like that people like for whatever, like I felt like in both of her books, people at the end died. Like, why do people have to die?
I guess, yeah.
Like, why do they have to be murdered? Why do they have to be like, yeah.
I don't know. I think about, not in a good way, but I do think about it a lot. Like, it's like neutral. I think like that was a crazy thing that happened in that book. I feel like we need to read another one of her books because we like rock, paper, scissors. Like we have to do the 3rd one to see if we love her, if we hate her, because we've loved one and we dislike one.
All right. I would be willing to do another one to see if we love her or we hate her.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I like Daisy Darker, but it was not my, like, I don't think I would read it again. I know I wouldn't read it again.
Okay.
And I don't know that I would recommend it. Like if someone said, oh, should I read that? I'd be like, I would read the other one before I would read.
Yes, 100%. That one was so good. Oh my gosh.
Although the writing, I still remember the Daisy Darker, the writing. I remember like underlining and highlighting lots of things because just the language was more lyrical or something. Like it was more poignant or more like wisdom. Like she was dropping bombs of wisdom.
Yeah.
I don't. But yeah, I was like, okay, I get that this terrible thing happened to you, Daisy, that you apparently don't know about. But does everybody, like grandma, really? Nana is killing everybody in her family? This doesn't,
Nana, and Daisy wasn't a part of it. It was just Nana and Lily, right? Lily? No, Trixie.
Yeah.
Nana.
Yes, Trixie.
And I think about it and I go, I get it. Not that it was right, but I'm like, I mean, this 5 people murdered your granddaughter. 3 people murdered your granddaughter. 2 people covered it up for decades. I don't know.
But why not I don't know. What do you tell the police? I don't know. It just seemed like murder seems to me to be like the last resort.
Yeah.
Instead of the first.
Yeah. I mean, they're also already like, the grandma's about to die. And, I feel like Trixie was 14. She kind of just went like along with it in a way. Like I can't, like, I don't know.
And then the other book too, at the end, I was like, really? This is how we're solving our problems or how we're doing the solution? Just this is how we're doing it?
The murder upset me in that book, but it didn't upset me as much as the ending. Like I really, really wished that Robin had killed her husband. Her ex-husband. Like I wish Robin had killed him
Right.
instead of them killing Amelia. We're spoiling these books.
I know. Well, we say spoilers, so
But yeah, but spoilers for every book ever, so just be aware. But
I don't think we've said at the name of the first book that we've completely spoiled, so we won't anymore. But yeah.
But that's how I wish it ended. Because I think Robin, that's just like Robin's too good for him. Like way too good for him. In my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good twist though. It's a good twist.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I would be willing to read another one of her books just to see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Although we might have to read all 7 of these books. We'll see how this one ends.
There's 7?
I thought you said there were 7 of these. No?
Oh, I thought there were like 16.
Or maybe you said there were 7 seasons.
The couple gets together at season 7.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's where the number 7 is in my head.
There's 12 seasons of Bones, and I don't know. I think there's a bunch of books. I don't know how many though. So.
Well, so far I'm liking this. We'll see what happens at the end.
Yes.
See if we stay on track.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I will see you guys on Tuesday.
Yes, I'll see you Tuesday.
Weekend.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You too.
Ciao.
Bye bye. See you later. Bye.